Really?
But I've only done 221 trips by boat, by plane. The other one was by boat.
Come on.
Annie didn't want to come. We flew over to Sweden. When a year gone by, she didn't want to fly back. She's afraid of flying. So it turns out the same company runs the Swedish ship company and the Swedish airlines. So we could change our ticket, almost no cost.
So how long is that on boat? Like a couple days?
Oh, it's like, the way we came was 9 days because
Oh my God.
they sailed up around northern Scotland, past islands called, the Faroe Islands and a few other things like that, and down to New York. So the extra miles slowed down.
Wow. And you did that like 80 times?
No, I only did the ship once.
Oh.
So 111 trips by, all the rest by plane round trip.
I thought you said 21 times by plane.
No.
I was like, oh my God.
No.
Only once by ship.
No, out of 111 trips,
Yeah.
round trip would make 222.
Oh, 222, okay.
So
and
it was
only
one less
ship,
because
yeah.
we were Bishop.
Yeah.
We didn't even go the first time until jet engines had been used for 3 years, and I was half convinced they were safe.
Oh, okay.
When was that?
1960.
That was when they first started doing commercial.
Well, maybe they had done it a year or two ahead of time, but
Only
just,
for the really early adopters.
I suppose you heard my story about my flight on the Concorde.
No.
Yeah. Well, we had an appointment to meet in Paris. Somebody from the U.S., England, Germany, whatever, to get a new meeting going, funded by NATO. And there's a bad snowstorm in upstate. So when I get a phone call from the airline saying, sorry, that flight's been canceled. And they told me that pretty late in the day. So I said, come on, now we got to get over there before 8 o'clock Monday morning. So see what you can do. And of course, what we had to do is get to New York other than flying. So we could go by train or whatever we wanted. But the plane had to be fast.
Yeah.
So they said to me, okay, you're leaving at 1:30, you're going to be over there at 5 o'clock. And both on U.S. time. And they went, no plane flies that fast, except they said, uh-huh.
Wow.
They put me on the Concorde.
That never really, they had the crash, right? The Concorde once, and then they stopped doing it.
Well, that was one of the reasons. The other was, it cost 3 times as much
Oh, wow.
for the fuel per person
Yeah.
flying to Europe and those things.
So they only did a few flights with it?
Well, no, they did it regularly for wealthy people.
Oh, okay.
But after they had the crash, they decided to stop everything.
Yeah.
So on that flight I was on, there'd be women with their maid and other things like that. I mean, the money didn't matter to those people.
Right.
So it only held something like, it was quite narrow, 2 seats on both sides of the aisle. And the pass-through in the galley region was so narrow, I couldn't pass through without going sideways. Well, you know, it's very small, very fast.
Did it feel any different than a normal plane?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Really?
yeah. For example, they're going to fly out over Nantucket before they turn on the high power.
Okay, yeah.
So they have to fly at a funny angle all the way up to Nantucket.
Yeah.
Then we get out there, the pilot says, okay, now we're going to put on the full power. It's like, they're doing Mach 2 before they even get up to the altitude.
Wow. That's amazing.
So he's flying along, they have a big lunar exhibit and it says Mach number anytime you want to look at it.
In the plane?
Inside the cabin, you can see it, yeah.
That's cool. So how fast does it go at top speed?
Well, it was only doing twice the speed of sound.
Mm-hmm.
But speed of sound, well, he figured out. It was 3.5 hours total flight, but there was close to an hour spent dawdling over.
Right. Takeoff and landing.
And then over there sometime. So let me say, I remember. 1 hour and 3/4 flight in level flight.
Oh my God.
From the end of Nantucket to the start of France, yeah.
And how many miles is that about?
There's gotta be a few thousand. I don't think it's several thousand. I think it's less than 5,000.
Hmm.
Say 3,000.
That's
It's
amazing.
like 1,000 miles an hour roughly.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
So they burnt fuel like crazy.
Right, yeah, I remember hearing that. It was, yeah, too much fuel, just a waste.
So went on it once, officially. Gotta get grandma soon.
Yeah, what time is it?